Alright, so here we are with France 40. We are halfway through turn 4. The French are about to move, and it's an interesting situation. The Germans absolutely battered the French on turn 3 and more than doubled the dead pile here. Starting to get a little hairy for the French. The Germans are really pushing west, and there's more mobile forces coming through for German reinforcements. The French actually had a good draw for the reinforcements here. They receiving de Gaulle here, my camera will focus, on this turn as a scheduled reinforcement. They also drew the 2nd DCR heavy tank division, and this little guy here to help with the armor shifts in the open terrain here. So that is going to help down in the south, maybe even give the French a chance to counterattack in conjunction with the heavy tanks they already had down here. So 1st and 10th Panzer might be a bit of a battle shortly. Also, Montgomery was drawn on this turn as well, so I'm thinking that he might have to head Rommel off here, who's about to make a breakthrough as well. So, very interesting. This game could be closer than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so here we are for turn 4 for the French. Just finished their moves, and they are going to attempt to counterattack in a couple places. We'll start down here in the south, where the 2nd DCR is going to make an attempt to attack 10th Panzer here. These two units are going to attack. These two units here cannot attack because they were marked with a GQG marker at the start of the turn. So what that does is only allows them to move 2 hexes in the movement phase, and they're unable to attack during combat. So we're going to make an attempt here with these two to do some damage on 10th Panzer. So this is a 2-to-1 attack. The French are going to get a shift for the heavy tanks, and the Germans will get a shift for their troop quality, which is elite. So whereas the French are only a normal troop quality. Now what the French are also going to do is use their HQ here, flip him to his used side, and that's going to give them one more shift to the right in this combat. So we'll be at 3-to-1, and we'll roll here and see what happens. Hope for the best for the French. And not good. That's an A1DR, so the attacker will lose 1 step. The infantry there. And now the Germans have a choice to make here. They can attempt a determined defense, or take a retreat and become disrupted. I think we'll make an attempt at a determined defense because we do not want to lose this hex. Well, now that I think of it, I don't know. Let's go for it just for the sake of the video. So we'll take a look at our determined defense table here, and they'll have a modifier because they are an elite unit. So that'll be +1 to their die roll. They are in clear terrain, so we'll use the clear. Oh, actually, I think they might be in a town. They are in a town, so they'll be in the other column, and we'll roll a die. They roll a 5, which becomes a 6, which becomes no retreat. So they succeed in their determined defense, so not a successful counterattack for the French there. Okay, now one more combat. Where do we go here? Okay, so the French have amassed some power here around 5th Panzer, and this one will be at 4-to-1 odds initially. The French do have another heavy tank in the stack here, which puts it to 5-to-1. The troop quality puts it back to 4-to-1, but there's again another headquarters here, which we will flip. So that puts us at 5-to-1. this one might have a more chance of being successful. We'll see what happens here. 3. 5-1, 3 is an A1, D1. So they both lose a step, and the defender must retreat or do a determined defense. So same situation here. Take a step loss for the Germans and decide if we're doing a determined defense. I think we will attempt it again. So here we go. This one will be on the clear. So, oh, that's not good. So what's that going to mean for us? We lose one step and we will have to retreat. So there is a very successful counterattack then by the French. That changes things up a bit, especially for Rommel there, who's going to nearly be surrounded. So we'll see what happens. Alright, and here's the situation after the advance after combat. The Germans actually didn't take a step loss on that determined defense because of the +1 due to their elite quality, but they did fail and have to retreat, so now Rommel is looking in a tough situation here. Because of the pretty lax supply rules, he won't be able to supply next turn, but it's really going to slow the push west down, so yeah, not good for the Germans.